Hi Team Crown, how now deal with they happen waiting this up. Now, guys, quick one. How's your weekend? Seriously, let me know in the comment section below how you spent your weekend and all of that. Let me know in the comment section below. I just want to know. Don't worry. I just want to know. By the way, I spent my weekend watching movies. Okay, guys, welcome to our channel. I just watched this movie. It was released in 2017. 10 Days in Sun City by AY. It's a nice movie. Yeah, go see it. I personally like the movie. You know, I'm a critic, but I must say this one, it's commendable. I like it because AY's movie, the first time I watched AY's movie was this Yoruba Demons. Like I watched from the beginning to the end, and I wasn't really impressed, so I was kind of like skeptical about this one. But yeah, it finally convinced me that yeah, it's good. Yeah, the movie is about a boss, you know, who have these big dreams to make it in the industry or in Nigeria, you know, using his girlfriend who is the model. He so much believe in the girlfriend who is a Desua, you know, finally made it and all that. They met with Richard Mufedamijo, business mogul. He has so much connection. Yeah, Richard Mufedamijo decided to, you know, sponsor their trip to Sun City, which is in South Africa. They had fun and all of that, and Mufedamijo tried to, you know, make a move on his girl, on AY's girl, Desua, and that didn't go down well. You guys should see the movie this weekend. You know, if you're still thinking about watching something or going to the cinema or whatever, Sun City is a nice movie. You want to watch it, you know, at the comfort of your home. They took their time, you know, to pass the message the best way they can. So yeah, kudos to the producers of that movie. And everybody have been asking me, where do you watch this movie? How am I going to watch this movie? Yeah, it's Netflix. That's where I watch all my Naija movies.
Listen to yourself now, bros. Agbani Derego. Mini say, Agbani don't ring go.
The winner is Miss Delta!
From the
If I tell you, say I love you.
just one phone call away.
What do you think you're getting yourself into?
Stay the hell out of my business.
You think I am for gymnastics?
I better not speak for my eye. Just speak my eye drop. Not speak for my eye.
Alright guys, let us move on to the next one. Guys, I just want to put this out there. You know I love Runtown. Runtown just released this video, Redemption.
Give me redemption, no redemption. Give me redemption, no redemption. Baby, take your time on me. See my intention, now your attention. Redemption.
Just drop it today. Alright guys, let us move on to the next one. Here we have Wizkid. Presidency Nigeria posted this on social media. President Buhari is back in Abuja from his private visits to the United Kingdom, and Wizkid replied and said, nobody chop life past Boo. Seriously, nobody chop life past this man. You know, just to travel up and down. Went to Dubai, from Dubai went to UK, came back. I know after this we're gonna get another information that, oh, the president is about to leave for a seminar, maybe then in Kuwait or somewhere. This is what we're going through in Nigeria. Alright guys, moving on to the next one. Let's talk about South African xenophobic attack and Burna Boy and all that. You know, I talked about Burna Boy in my last video. By the way guys, a South African commented, okay, on that video. This person sounded angry. Seriously, it's a bit long, and this person was just like, gosh. This person said, do not ignore the fact that your fellow Nigerians spread fabricated news to create hate towards South Africa. Nigeria, do yourself a favor before reacting to any news from social networks. Research about it and find the fact. Do not believe everything, because you have divided the continent with your propaganda. Blah blah. Okay, let me quickly read what he said about AKA. Said that arrogant bully called Burna Boy even threatened an innocent person, AKA. That's when I was like, no way. What kind of innocent, AKA? South Africans, do you guys even think Not all of you, but most of you. Anyway, speaking about the good South Africans who are reasonable, we have Malema. I think he is the head of economic freedom fighter in South Africa. It was like, you know what, Burna Boy, you can come to South Africa, don't listen to these people and all that. And yeah, that's what we should be preaching. We should be preaching unity. So I reported that Burna Boy said he's going to be performing in South Africa. So if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. Yeah, I explained everything there. Burna Boy kind of thanked Malema for, you know, for his reasonable thoughts on him coming over to South Africa. That is amazing. Burna Boy replied saying, "Thank you, Malema. Africa must unite, and I am willing to die for that cause. Just like you, brother. I look forward to meeting you. Let's not act like xenophobia is not real in South Africa. Let's not act like Nigerians, Tanzanians, Zimbabweans, and many other Africans have not been victims in the last 3 years. Please let us do our part to unite Africa." So I guess that's what Burna Boy is trying to do. I remember I said he's going to donate some of the money, you know, from his show, you know, to the victims of this xenophobic attack. Well, moving on to the next one, guys. Waiting they happen for Dubai. Seriously, what is actually happening in Dubai? all Nigerians, is like half of the populations of Nigerians are in Dubai. And you know, when Nigerians want shut down, like they shut down fully, especially people like Davido and all that. Davido, I even saw online that Davido ordered the most expensive drink in Dubai. And not just Davido, I heard that Wizkid too living lavishly in Dubai. Like seriously, everybody is in Dubai. And also the One African Music Fest, okay, took place in Dubai as well. We should put that in mind. So everything just happened at the same time. Just coincidental, I would say, or is it planned? Well, I don't know. Teddy A and Bam Bam's wedding as well is happening, or it already happened though. You know, congratulations to Teddy A and Bam Bam. They are all in Dubai. But Shaggy, Tiwa Savage, Wizkid, Naira Marley, Zlatan, Tenny, Techno, Tonto DK, Tony Lawani, Bobrisky, Davido and his crew, Etino Sa. All those people are in Dubai spending so much money. And there were footages, you know, from the One African Music Fest, and also videos from Bam Bam and Teddy A's wedding. Once again, I want to say congratulations to these two, but seriously, you guys should come back home. Why are you frustrating people living the lavish life? La vida loca. 1, 2, 3, go! Sir! Why all these our Niger brothers and sisters are in Dubai, you know, having fun and all that? There's one thing, you know, that stood out in the news. For now, is not yet confirmed, but according to Stella, you know, a blogger, she said Tonto DK goes on fighting and cursing spree in Dubai and might be deported. So Tonto DK, they fit deport Tonto DK. They fit deport Tonto DK. Well, according to the reports, Tonto DK was high on something. All right, and security refused to let her in. They were like, no, you know, if you come in because we think you're drunk, so just stay out there, no come inside. Well, Tonto DK, being Tonto DK, of course, you know, she will never allow that to happen. She will never allow anybody to disrespect her. Now, this happened at a hotel in Dubai. Okay, there was an event in that hotel and they wouldn't allow her in. She kept saying, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? So she was later arrested by the police, taken away, and according to reports, she might be deported. They might just deport her. I'm waiting for Tonto DK's footage and reaction on this. I'm very sure she's gonna react to that. Definitely, Tonto DK will always be Tonto DK. Okay, guys, moving on to the next news. Let's talk about Pastor Fatou Imbo and Busola Dakolo's case. According to reports, the case was thrown out by the court. Like the court was like, you know what? We're done. Fatou Imbo, you won. So it's like Fatou Imbo won the case, and seriously, the fact that Fatu Himbo won the case doesn't mean that the incident didn't happen. I didn't say it happened, but I'm just saying the fact that someone wins something doesn't mean that it did not happen. That incident did not happen. And I'm kind of shocked, how the reaction of people towards this news. Seriously, guys, it's not like I'm saying that, oh, this man did it and all that. But I did a deep research about this whole thing, which I didn't post here. I said that in my live video the last time, I talked about this incident. There was this man, the man who anointed him as a pastor, his former spiritual father. That's what I'm going to, because they're no more together. Yeah, I don't think they even communicate anymore, and it's because of a similar incident. So even this man, this spiritual father, confirmed it, that they've been cases, where this man was reported, to the church. Then this guy was in the Lorient and he begged for forgiveness and all that. So he has done that before.
Did he deny?
He assured me.
Did he deny those, sir? Did he deny them?
Well, like as far as I can remember now, there was a particular case that we waded in, and it was quite clear. It was not an issue of someone denying. It was quite because, it was not one person, it was not two people standing it was in my sitting room. And there were so many people that were there, and I said, okay, this is what you should do, this is what you should do, because certain things are obvious. We cannot go into further details because some of the people concerned are now in their various places, and you will just be
married.
Yeah, you will just be. It's not something that I want to pry into.
Is it safe to say that Pastor Fatu Himbo knows, the victims know that these things had happened, and it's likely that's why you were pained when Pastor Olutu came to you and reported what she saw, and then you felt, so he's still doing this thing. Some of these cases you're talking about had already come to you. Is that why you were so bothered and you wanted to reach out to him and tell him to change when you read about S.A. Waters?
No, I wanted to find out if it was true.
So what do you
Because anybody who has a sense of justice, when you've had one side of a case, you want to also hear the other side. So I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I would have asked, this thing that's going all over the place, is it true? And then from there, we know how to take off by the Holy Ghost.
Is it possible also, I'm just being deductive here, I'm not a lawyer, but is it possible also that he didn't answer you meant that he was guilty?
Well, I don't know about that, because as I told you, he didn't come, and that's as far, and it foreclosed the relationship as far as I was concerned.
And I'm not saying he did it, but it's just the way people are just crucifying this lady and saying all of that. Like, it's better not to even say anything than to just be one-sided. Because I saw a lot of that on social media, and I wasn't kind of cool with it. And the one that started out of this whole thing was Daddy Freeze. It's somebody I respect so much, and I was kind of disappointed for seeing that, his reaction, saying all sort of things, that he has 3 boys, and that was so insensitive, saying you have 3 boys, you wouldn't. We've heard cases where people lie, but it happens. I've met rape victims before. It happens, and it's quite difficult. Number one, note that these people they get scared when this happens, and also know that ladies, most of them don't really have confidence. They are scared, that this man might hurt them if they come out and say that. We can't just start supporting anybody, no matter who you are. I've worked in the church before. I've seen a lot of things, and I don't even trust anybody, whether they are pastor or no pastor. Do you know how hard it is for a victim to prove that someone raped them in court? It's quite hard. Without video evidence, it's quite hard, trust me.
To come out 20 years later with a story that, in my humble opinion, I'm struggling to see how it adds up. I'm struggling to see how that story adds up. And the next thing is, Daddy Freeze, you are covering up for these people. More people will not come out tomorrow. If you don't have a good story, don't come out. I have 3 sons. I don't want them in jail because the woman has a story. You have a story, it better not be audio. If someone did something to you, let it not be audio doings. If you do not have what it takes to nail an offender properly, shut up. I have 3 sons. What if they don't have money for lawyers? What if they're not well connected? What if they're not Neymar that had a video? I never in my life will undermine the pain of a woman. But I will also not encourage or fund putting a man in pain either. Somebody saying the Nigerian judicial system is in error. In many cases, I find it hard to blame it for this one.
Sometimes I feel like Daddy Freeze is doing some things for attention, and other times I feel like, okay, maybe this man is trying to be rational. I don't want to believe that, but I think this man just doing things just to get attention and to get views. Seriously, and Daddy Freeze has changed a little bit. That's just what I want to say. He has changed a little bit. I just want to say this. I just advise Busola not to appeal the case because seriously, it's hard to show proof after 20 years, and she should just let it slide because it's hard to win such case. Seriously, I don't know who is advising her right now, but it's hard. I don't know. She may win, she may not. I don't know. Okay, guys, moving on to the next news. Here we have Two-Face and Blackface. You know, Blackface granted interview, I think recently, with Daddy Freeze, twice with Daddy Freeze. And also, before Daddy Freeze, he has been going to all radio stations and also posting on social media, calling Two-Face's manager out, Two-Face everybody out, and all that. But right now, Two-Face is hard enough. He was like, sue me or shut up. In his words, let me put it like this. You just go on air and start spinning lies. I have never said or done anything bad to Blackface, but he just goes on air and start lying all the time because he wants to spread hate. So that's what Two-Face said. Guys, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. That is where I'm going to hold it, guys. The question of the day. Okay, here we have Davido, Naira Marley, Wizkid, and Burna Boy. Here's the question: if they all have different shows on the same day, whose show will you attend? Whose show will you attend? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you did enjoy it. Thank you so much once again for watching. Till we see you next time. Peace.